Now, I'm not the one to be too judgmental about other people because I feel like we all have our own pros and cons, things that don't make us perfect. And so I try not to be too harsh on people and try not to be too judgmental because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know their situation. We don't know what's going on. So for me, I try not to be too judgmental and too like assuming about certain things and what I say because, you know, everything we say has an effect. And of course, when you're posting and making content about it and influence behind all that stuff, it has an effect. So I try to be careful what I talk about, especially when it comes to criticism of things. I think the only other thing I had a video last time was like the Jaylen Brown situation where I was criticizing him for how he approached the situation from a PR perspective. Like, just you shouldn't be saying that about another team and like how he expanded upon it. So I've always been very careful and hesitant about what I make content on, especially when it comes to me being somewhat critical and inserting my opinion in, because most of it is my opinion. Of course, I'm inserting it because I'm making these videos. But this one, I think I don't want to hold back or I have no filter with. This is complete degeneracy. Obviously, by the title, you already know why you came back here. If you don't know, Chud the Builder, he's in hot fire right now, going completely viral because not only has he been recently going around live streaming and making clips, but the contents of which is what sparks these debates and controversy. Chud the Builder is a white man, kind of a cowboy-ish theme to himself, and so he takes on the persona of a free First Amendment free speech character, but he does it in a way and executes it in a way that's that crosses lines that shouldn't be crossed. And what I mean by that is because most of it, literally the only thing that he does is go around calling people the N-word and just being like, just at the edging the line of racism. Like, he's edging racism. He's like at that line where he's trying to say he's not racist. He's just trying to be very pro first speech and trying to protect it. And so I don't think he's like Jim Crow racist. I just think he's a freaking idiot, a complete moron. I get the whole message behind trying to protect free speech, but going around calling people the N-word and trying to antagonize people, this isn't the smartest move. It's retarded. I don't care. I said it. What are you gonna do? Cancel me with my 200 subscribers? I can't be canceled. I'm not even on. Can't even cancel someone that's fucking, I don't even. But anyway, Chud the Builder, controversy around him because his whole persona is going around calling people, you know, the N-word and just being borderline racist. So it's weird. It's like, I don't even know how to like characterize it. It's just genuine weird social behavior. Like, there's just no reason to be doing this besides for the whole point of protesting to protect the First Amendment and free speech. It's stupid. There's way better ways to execute it than going around calling people the N-word. But that's not why he's actually in controversy today. In fact, it's actually a lot more, way more, I don't even know how to say it. This is way more in-depth rabbit hole than I thought it was. I thought he would be, although he's not, I don't think he's a complete Jim Crow racist. I believe he's just on the line and almost to the point. I don't know. It's just very borderline. But it's interesting because the controversy around today and what's been going around with Chud the Builder is sexual relations with a trans woman or a trans person. I don't know. Recently there's a video going online where a user, I don't know the exact username, but she claims in the video a lot of different stuff and it's crazy. So we'll play the video now. We'll just go through it.
Pretty bitch with a big dick. It's literally in my bio. I'm only bringing this up because Chud the Builder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube. Now millions of people know what I look like fresh off work. Fucking great.
So I guess she's saying that like they had a conversation that I don't know if they met in person or if they was online over social media, but she claims that his cameraman or Chud the Builder's cameraman were in the talks with her and I guess doxed her in a way that revealed her and whatever because she tries to be confidential and very NDA about certain things because she's trans and I understand, she probably understands that she doesn't like, most of these people that go to her, clients or whatever, they're very discreet and don't like that information out there. So she tries to be very confidential with this stuff, which I guess is honorable. I don't know, like it's, like I get why she's doing it. It's to kind of protect these down low men that don't really want to be just outed there because they're fucking with a trans person. But anyway, the cameraman, I guess, doxed or kind of revealed the information or the conversation, which then enticed her to make this video, just basically countering it with just revealing everything.
But in the caption, it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by Chud the Builder. Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog. A lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it for a very long time now. Most of my clientele is white men. We sign NDA agreements. I talk about me pegging all the time, but I never tell you names because discretion is key. Confidentiality is why my client list is so long. But Chud mentioned it first. I think that he...
So she's saying basically that it's no secret, right? That they used to smoke, that they used to raw dog. And so she elaborates, yeah, we used to do that. In fact, I performed anal massages. Like, I love the keywords there. I love the words that we try to tiptoe on to not say we're just butt fucking each other. But anyway, yeah, her clients that she anal massages, I guess, consisted, or he was one of them that was with her. She'll elaborate further, but yeah, again, she talks about confidentiality and everything with it because she likes to keep things very discreet and low key. Because I guess from her with her clients, she understands her clients very well. That they don't want to be outed because then it makes them makes them question their sexuality, and people look at them negatively because of it. And so, yeah.
I think that he said it the way he said it because the white supremacists were probably like, ew, you used to hang out with a black girl, shame on you. So he had to make it sound good. But see, here's the thing. I'm an egregore too. Lily Venus, hi. Hail the great mother. So I am all about enlightenment, controversy, occultism, witchcraft, and of course, love.
So I'm going to stop you here because this completely just, I don't even know how to feel about this. I mean, so for some odd reason, she goes from talking about Chud the Builder and his cameraman and the whole situation about that to segueing into being a cultist, being an occultist, being a part of Satanism or Luciferianism, whatever cult she's part of, which I'm not going to go too far into the rabbit hole of it. She's very lost. I pray for the best for her because enlightenment is not really enlightenment. It's just what they call us to say we're brainwashed is exactly what's happening to them. And it's so sad because, again, I don't want to go too far in the rabbit hole. They believe their enlightenment is not Lucifer, even though their main figureheads in their cult and the very core of it believe that Luciferian is a light barrier for them, and that's what their enlightenment is. So again, I'm not going to go too far in it, but it's a very satanic cult, and it's very brainwashy, like Illuminati, Freemasonry type stuff. So I don't know why she segued into that, like that was going to help her out, and then she slid in like, I'm very into occultism and like enlightenment and controversy. Like, I don't know why she had to slid in controversy with occultism and all that other stuff. That was a weird segue.
So me talking about this is what my brand is about. Let's expose it, bro. So yes, pretty bitch with a big dick. I have not fucked Dalton since like 2015. He was a little chubbier then. His cheeks used to clap in such like the cutest way. Now Chud, he doesn't even have a little chubby butt no more, so I probably wouldn't fuck him again. But I'm wondering, did you bring that up because you want to spin the block? Now, when I first fucked him, he was a virgin, and I'm having a hunch that he probably hasn't been fucked since me and my ex-wife. We can start small, buddy. I got you, but you don't have to fucking cap. Like, if you're gonna say that we fucked, say the whole truth, okay? Now, with that being said, why do I peg? Because it's a hustle and it helps me get through college. I'm still in college, but now I don't have a choice. I will forever be a top because I had a surgery 3 years ago.
Wait, what do you mean the reason for your...
And so the video cuts off at that point. I had looked at different videos online, and there's probably a more full one, but that kind of just explains and elaborates on most of the controversy at the moment. But obviously, in that portion of it, she then grabs her dick to show that, yeah, I fuck. And so, of course, she said that she got a surgery 3 years ago. So I guess she is a woman, just then goes into cosplaying as a man and just kind of embraced being a top. So, yeah, but apparently she had relations with Chud the Builder. a black woman, trans woman, we want to say, had sexual relations with said person. But now that I'm actually now thinking about this, now that I'm actually like thinking, unless obviously it was a strap-on, obviously. She said she got a surgery 3 years ago. Now, if my math is correct, that is 2023. 2015 is a lot further behind that. It was like 8 years behind that. Or like 11 years. That's 11 years ago. Unless she was pegging back then, sure. I don't know if she was hustling back then. I'm just like, that's interesting to say, like, you embrace being a top, so you just got surgery, and that was 3 years ago. So that means even 11 years or 8 years before that, you're still doing it, unless you're just doing it with strap-ons or whatever. But that was the only part that seemed fishy to me. Again, it could she just probably was using strap-ons back then because she liked that aspect rather than the actual sensual feel of it. So until she did get the surgery, but I thought that was an interesting, like, it was a red flag for me. I was like, wait, so how are you pegging him if you did this 3 years ago, which you guys met in 2015, and that was more discreet, a lot less known back then, but probably strap-on. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's fucking funny and ironic. I mean, the person who goes around is clip farming clip farming and just engagement baiting with black folk was raw dogged and pegged by a black woman. That is crazy to me. Very ironic. I think it's kind of like you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You want to go around making the type of content you're making, you're bound to have some pushback. I mean, shit, bro. I feel bad for Chud the Builder, bro. Like, it's like, if you want to protect the First Amendment, you want to be pro free speech, you want to be God is great. His entire bio was pretty much like something I would come up with, but we're two contrast humans. And so point is, it's like these people on the internet can handle and execute whatever and however they're trying to push their situation way better than how they fucking already do. You're not gonna help free speech be a better thing by trying to normalize people saying the N-word a lot more. That does not help. In fact, the only take I could have on racism is what Morgan Freeman actually says, is by just not talking about it, not being so hyper-analyzing on race and, that situation, because then it only keeps increasing and keeps the conversation in the works, and then that becomes more of a highlighted issue, and then there's always going to be hateful people. So it's the less we talk about it, the less that we're just labeling and hyper-analyzing things, and let it phase out as a talking point, there's going to be a lot less racism, because that's not a controversial talking point. It's just we just know that was that's an old thing. We used to think differently, we used to treat people differently, but we've grown obviously as a civilization, as a populace. So of course, I don't know why we hold on to grudges like that, and then also, like, it's just, this is a lot to it. And then I hate that these internet influencers execute these in the most horrific ways possible, because now it gives Christians a bad look. It really does. I mean, seriously, you're gonna go around being all, God is great, being a Christian, First Amendment, pro speech, free speech, and then absolutely take a shit on it by using borderline hate speech. It's like, I don't want to say it's hate speech, but it's like he really is playing on the line. I don't want to exaggerate. He's really playing on the line of how he's fucking doing this content, and it's almost scary, because there's gonna be one day he gets fucking hurt real bad because of his stuff. Like, there's always going to be consequences to every single action ever. So you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So whatever happens to this Chud the Builder dude, I would literally not be surprised. But what I was surprised about was this stuff that came up today. So yeah, don't be racist and don't get pegged by a black woman if you are, because now the internet's going to make fun of you for a long time. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See ya.